Yes. I've been off for 3 weeks, man. Hey, welcome back to the ATB Cowboys podcast. Shows my rust why I've been off for a few weeks. I'm all rusty. Paul's not here today. We don't like to all go together. So I go to Disneyland, they do a show, and then I come back, and Paul's like, I don't want to come on. I don't like Mike. So it's me and Brendan today at CD Piglet here on social media. Brendan, where can we find you?
At Brendan_Smith 26.
Yes, sir. You ready to get this thing started?
Of course. Well, so we're going to start this off with, of course, the main topic other than Micah. Is Joe Milton worse than you expected this preseason?
I think mentally, yes. I expected him to be inaccurate, but as vanilla as we're running the concepts, with how much he's been practicing and playing, I would expect him to like kind of know, look here, but he looks to be mentally not picking things up as well as we hoped. But I mean, it's his second year. It's not like, I'm killing the guy or anything. We're developing him. But I would say mentally, yeah, he's a little worse than I expected.
I was just wanting fun. That's what I was wanting. Not overthrows off of crosser routes and all that. That safety he took was one of the ugliest things I've seen in a while. Honestly, like no pocket awareness whatsoever to feel the blitz, and he just got nailed because he stared down Miles Sanders for a dump off. So that was very frustrating to me. But like, what else do you expect? Every time we bring in someone, everyone's like, "Okay, cool. How can he take Dak's job?" Like I still see people that now people are like, "Hey, you know what? I don't think he's the guy I thought he was going to be." What would you expect from Joe Milton? He's coming in. Guess what? He's got a cannon. Already better than Dak. Cool.
And the thing is I'm good just playing him. The way I look at it is, if Dak is out, we're not winning with Will Grier either, guys. Will Grier is terrible too. So you might as well play the young potential guy and get him as many real game snaps as you can. Like, they're both going to be bad. The offense is going to be horrible with it. Like, they both will make Cooper Rush look like he runs a solid offense comparatively. So you might as well take the guy who could make a ball, run around and make a big play with a big arm, or run around and run for a first down to extend a drive. Like, I'd rather have that guy just out there with his potential learning than to just throw Will Grier in.
And the thing is, though, honestly, I'm still happier with him than having Rush. Rush, you know your offense isn't getting past the 50 because guess what? He's not throwing past the 50. And we know we don't get past the 50. You know Joe Milton tried 2 times throwing it deep, and it didn't work. And you go, well, that sucks. And you just go with that. It's all what happens, and you ride with it. If Dak's gone, I don't expect competitiveness. I don't at all. I want fun. Damn, you got beat 30-3. But guess what? Did Joe Milton have that really cool pass that you go, that was pretty cool. That was neat. So that's what you can have like to ride on. Yeah. Cooper Rush threw for 5. Like with that Philly game, he had 15 passing yards in the first half.
Yeah.
And in a regular season game, you have CeeDee Lamb and you have 15 passing yards. That's boring as hell. Joe Milton could have that because, like I said, he's at least going to give the receivers a chance. The only time I want to see Joe Milton used ever, end of the first half, you need a potential Hail Mary, take Dak out, and just let Joe Milton just legit throw it on a line and see if George Pickens can get it.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Brendan wants Joe Milton in and Dak out. That's what I heard.
I don't know how you saw my answers on the show sheet before that, Mike. I don't know how you saw that I was saying Joe Milton's coming for the job, but you saw it. Dang it.
So how much can we blame the vanilla offense for how bad the offense has looked in the preseason?
When you can't throw a slant route half the time, even vanilla won't work. Your run game's going to be bad because Miles Sanders looks like he doesn't have anything. Phil Maffa had runs that keeps getting called back because of holding calls. And we don't see Javonte Williams. We're going to see Jaden Blue Friday, which I am excited about. But you have Deuce Vaughn running up the middle, and you have Miles Sanders running like he crapped his pants. Like, what? You're going to expect anything. This is as vanilla as you can get, and it's still bad.
It's wild that they sat Javonte Williams. Like really, we didn't think Javonte. We were good, huh? Just don't even need to see him. Just, yep, pencil him in. That's it's wild to me.
I think they I want to be optimistic on this one because of course we can bash them all we will throughout the season. We will, but maybe because of his injury history, they're like, okay, so we believe he could be our number one guy, but what if he hurts himself the preseason? Then you go, oh crap, we have no one now.
True, that is what it is too.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful. Like maybe it's that, but saying Javonte is our number one, you go, ew. But I said ew last year with Rico Dowdle. So is this team worse than you expected?
No, honestly, it's the exact issues any Cowboys fan that looked at the team was like, oh, we have no like run stopping DTs or anyone to like help take up blocks to keep off our linebackers. And, you know, our DNs are kind of small. And then there's no Micah like superstars. So it's kind of what we expected, right? I mean, the we haven't been able to play our offensive line. And so they haven't been able to get continuity in the run game, you know. Milton, Young, making mistakes, reading things, missing passes, inaccuracy. Like, it's kind of the stuff we expected, you know. And if you're going to run vanilla schemes, you know, other teams with veteran players and we're very young, you know, they're going to exploit what we're doing. You know, the Damone Clark, he goes against the Rams and they have all the motion and everything. He looks like he doesn't know how to play football. You go against a very college, like kind of easy to know Ravens attack, and he looks like a world beater. Like, that's what we expect. So I would say no, exactly how I expected them to be bad and good. They were bad and good in those areas.
I think we have seen some clear like pluses from this preseason so far. Almost none on the offense. I'm going to say that. I liked Phil Maffa. Tyler Booker looked good. That's as far as I go. But no. Oh no, your DTs are bad. Who could have called that? Your cornerback depth isn't good. Damn, who could have said that? I don't know, man. Your depth trade for Kyer Elam is now your starter. That wasn't your plan. That wasn't the plan. And now he's looking at like your second best corner you're going to have week 1, which is, oh boy. And linebackers look good. I've liked those free agent signings. Sanborn looked good. Florida has had some moments, but like, cool, you got open. Joe Milton still overthrew you by 15 yards. Like,
really? For real.
I feel so bad. Of course, we'll get down to the wide receiver talk in a little bit with the Mingo injury. I feel so bad for the depth wide receivers. You're not getting nothing. You don't get a chance. Like, okay, cool, you're open. Like, what if they're playing soft cover, so you're supposed to be open? Like, no one knows what you're really doing besides the Mingo play, which was really cool. That's been the one play a wide receiver shown, like, hey, I can make moves. Like, okay, cool. Everything else of, overthrow. Oh, behind him. That's cool. Like,
well, what exactly have you learned from the preseason games so far? Have you got anything that you're like, I now know this?
It's not that I've learned much because we haven't seen what their offense is going to be. We haven't seen really, besides a whole bunch of blitzing, we haven't seen what Eberflus is going to do. But it's not what I've learned, but it's reiterated what I thought I was going to know. The linebackers are good. Your edges are damn good. You have James Houston, who might not make the roster, making all of these plays. He was the reason why they got the pick 6 because he was legit in his face.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, dude, your edge, like, of course, you need the world beater that is Micah Parsons, but, like, if you look at that on every other team, you're still doing good. I'm still saying we need Micah. You need Micah desperately.
Yeah.
But, like, this depth at edge is insane. Ezuraku looks good. We haven't even seen Dante Fowler. Nealon looks good. Sam Williams, yeah, like I didn't see much of him in the Ravens and all, but what James Houston looks great. Even Tyrus Wheat was making plays, which I'm like, okay, ew, why is he out there? But even Tyrus Wheat was doing that. But it did reiterate, I'm gonna love Jack Sanborn this year. His run fits already. I'm like, okay, that's a dude. I'm already like, can we get him on like a cheap 2-year extension? He's 25. Like, can we just like get him, Leafau, and you have Overshown? Those are like your 3 core dudes. You have the remainder. That sounds pretty good. I want to see Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to add that you learned who the starters are from the preseason because
that's fair. No,
if you are starting at all or like maybe even the first reserve, you just don't play. You're just like, no, we're good. We're not playing you at all. Tyler Booker did play some in the second game, so I had to give him that. But overall, mostly, especially like skill position players, they're like, no.
Well, dude, they went to their third string defense after 2 drives against the Ravens.
Why?
Kyrie Elam made 2 plays. Okay, cool. That makes sense. You have no depth at corner. So if Kyrie Elam goes down, then I don't even want to think about what this cornerback room is going to be. So Kyrie Elam looked good. Okay, cool. You pull him. Because I loved his run defense in those 2 drives because he was really kind of there and being physical. Also, like, I'm going back to what we learned, Shamar James looks like he could actually be a guy. And I didn't like the pick. I was like, okay, I would have liked Martinez from Miami. That's who I wanted.
It was early for me, too.
Yeah, I was like, okay. But, dude, the linebackers in general look good. Harris looked fine other than that, like, kill shot on the quarterback. The utter death. Dude, I was on the phone with Cooper, and all we both go, oh, he's dead. He died. He just killed me. I was like, oh, my God. Murder.
That was a nice hit.
No, he never lowered his body at all. That was a clear, I'm just throwing myself. But well, guess what? How much should the starters play next week? We already know most of them won't because they've already said Dak won't. But how much should they play?
None. The last preseason game, just throw your depth guys out there. If the guys aren't going to make the team, we're not risking anything. We're not none of the main ones. Like I can understand. Like I wouldn't even put Booker back out there. I've seen enough. I don't need to see him. None of the starting corners. I'd be afraid to lose them. I'm playing backup linebackers. Like, you know, you have to play some, like, Damone Clark probably has to play, you know, because you can't just, like, only play the backups. People are going to get tired. That you need people that can rotate and stuff. But any consequential player at all in the Philly game, I don't want them risking them 0 in this game.
Well, you know how bad their depth is. They pulled Andrew Booth because I was like, hey, you played well today. You can call it quits. They had to throw him back out there.
Booth is playing. Booth is playing.
Well, no, I'm not saying because like he should make the roster. I'm saying, but like they pulled him. Be like, hey, you're good. You shown us what we need to see today. Like, oh crap, we don't have to. Hey, you're going back out there. I don't want him. He's the bane of my existence ever since that Cincinnati game. I've wanted him sent to the shadow realm since that game. I don't care about the pick 6. It was an awful ball by Cooper Rush. I have no idea why he threw that.
Yeah, well, because of Houston.
Well, yeah, it was Houston, but I know, but legit, like, of course, I'm not an NFL quarterback. I've never played quarterback at all, but as he throwing, they're both is holding there on a stop route. Booth is right next to him. Why would you throw that?
They expected Booth he had been retreating. That's basically in their vanilla schemes. They were just backing up basically. And so he got rushed and he was doing right as he gets to the first down, I'm going to throw it. And, nice. Skull, baby, skull. Vikings, huh?
Hey, I'm all for it.
Welcome aboard.
My main thing that pissed me off though, that interception, is that he was already high stepping, and you see multiple Ravens like going on. He's like, "Oh, I had to do the whole deal." I'm like, "Brother, you were nowhere near the end zone just yet. Like, why? Like, why are you doing this? Like, If it's a wide open pick six, like one of Deron Bland's pick sixes, and no one's near you, high step, do it. Like, because give homage to Dion. There were so many guys. I'm like, you're gonna fumble, and we're gonna get the ball right back. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It would have been really gross.
Who do you think benefits the most from the Mingo injury?
I'm like, of course you're like, Florida. I think it's Tolbert. I haven't liked anything I've seen from Jalen Tolbert at all this offseason. We didn't see, of course, they keep preaching competition. There's been no competition at all this year, like at all. It's like, oh, this guy's moving the depth chart. Okay, cool. No, Trayshawn Holden played the last part of the fourth quarter. He didn't move up. Mingo was the only guy who could have actually pushed Tolbert for wide receiver 4. I think Turpin is wide receiver 3.
He is.
So it's got to be Tolbert because, like, you are solidified. I was praying somehow we trade him. But now you need Tolbert. You need him to be there to hopefully sometimes take the Pickens role and all that.
No, that is probably the correct answer. I put James Brooks for now. Now, this could change, and we'll get into why later on when we talk about things from Mike Hughes from the sidelines. But right now I look at, getting on the field. James Brooks was wide receiver 6. I don't know if they take 6 wide receivers. I don't know if they take 6 wide receivers into a game day. Like, I don't think all 6 would be one of the 46 man. So now Jalen Brooks, did I say James Brooks? Jesus.
James Houston earlier.
He makes the active roster because of his special teams play, and he gets a chance. Maybe he does enough stuff to stay on the team. We'll see what happens. But I would say you're right about Tolbert. If this was a real organization that I believed would pick the best player, Mingo is a better blocker. He has a better chance to be a better playmaker, a bigger playmaker. He could have definitely took Tolbert's job. Not that he was going to, but in my world, he would have been a threat to it. But now that threat's gone, and he's basically the solidified backup receiver. Cavante Turpin, I believe, is the wide receiver 3. If something would happen to one of our top 2 guys, I think he stays at wide receiver 3, and Tolbert becomes the replacement for either one of those 2.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought. Because Paul said Tolbert over Turpin. No. Turpin is your de facto wide receiver 3. I don't think we're going to run too many wide receiver 3 receiver concepts unless you're having Turpin on the field. Because they're going to say they want to run the ball. So I bet we're going to see a lot of Schoon maker. Of course, you're going to have Pickens and CD on the outside. Duh. But they're going to try to run that, but they'll end up passing a whole bunch of the 2 tight end.
And Span Ford. Jake and
is he healthy? But
he's supposed to be back for this week. I don't know if they're going to play him, but he's supposed to be back for this week. Just so you know, first game of the year on Madden. You saw on Snapchat. Yeah. 3 touch. I play Ferguson. Mitchell's the QB. 3 touchdown passes for Ferguson against Philly.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm playing it too. I just lost to the Bears because Jake Ferguson dropped 4 passes for me, and I'm like, really? But no, it wasn't the Bears. It was the Jets.
Oh, no.
Legit, because Jake Ferguson dropped 4 passes.
You're dead to me.
What do you mean? I made the right read.
You lost to the Jets. Just ask the next question.
Okay, I'm playing on all Madden, sir. It's okay. Is Mozzie a cut candidate?
No, only because, he would be on a regular team. Unfortunately for this team, I want you definitively say that he's not the best one technique? He's not good, but I mean, Jay Toyia, the 7th round rookie? To be honest, he's been about as hit and miss as Mozzie. You see him get pushed back by double teams, and you see him make a move every once in a while. Winfrey's not really a one technique. I mean, neither is Mozzie, but I don't see him as one because what are they going to do there? Now, if you tell me, could they cut him and bring in a veteran, I mean, I think there's other options before you cut him. They're just, I don't know. He hasn't been good. He's at a stretch of games last year where he played pretty decent. I honestly expect him to play well against Philly because they're a little bit smaller interior linemen. He's going to struggle when you get against the bigger, stronger guys. But no, I don't expect him to be cut, but I don't want to make it like I'm praising him either. He is not. He could be cut on a team that had a GM with a pulse that, was like, hey, we don't have guys here. We should bring in, trade for one or bring in a guy, sign him. But since we don't do that, it's like, well, I mean, what are you going to replace him with? You don't have anybody.
Yeah, no, you have just a whole bunch of guys. You have Osa, and you have no one.
Yeah.
You gotta pray to God Solomon Thomas with his huge ass arms can somehow stop the run, because that's probably gonna be your two defensive tackles out there the most, Solomon Thomas and Osa.
Neither can take on double teams, by the way.
Yep, and Osa's gonna look really good at the beginning of the year, but then he's gonna get worn down because he's gonna get double teamed every time.
Every time.
And then so by week 8, you'll be like, dude, Osa's a waste of money. He's not. It's because Osa's dead. It's because he died. And he's just out there just going through the motion because he has nothing left in the tank.
That's the thing, is what they've done is really hurt Osa. Because the idea is just get a guy next to Osa that could beat one-on-ones. That could stay open. That could do a good job, do something good in one-on-ones. If you don't have that, then you have no reason for a team not to double Osa every time they got to run up the middle. Hey, just take care of Osa. If Mazi or Winfrey or Jay Toia or Solomon Thomas beats our guy one-on-one, we'll live with it. It's not going to happen often. And so you're going to wear him down in games, in season, and it's going to hurt his pass rush, which hurts our overall pass rush. They really messed up that position. And I'm not mad at them. I'm still happy they went after Mazi because it showed a willingness to use high capital on that position. They missed. But I want them going into next year going, hey, if our best guy, wherever we pick, is a dominating defensive tackle, I want them to be willing to go, yeah, we need to make that pick because that is a big weakness. They did it and missed. Now I'm hoping that next time it's a hit.
I have no hope for them in defensive tackle. I have none. I've never seen a good, solid DT tandem ever in my lifetime so far. David Irving's been the best defensive tackle I've watched. And I just, that's just throwing things out there. He's been the best I've seen. And he didn't want to play football.
You weren't around for Leroy Glover?
No, that's early 2000s.
Damn, I'm old. Jeez.
Well, but also put this in perspective. I didn't truly start watching football until 2015, so I got make you feel less old. I didn't watch football like a nerd until 2015.
Man, it's wild. I'm old. It's true.
Which other potential starters are in danger of being cut or benched?
I didn't even think about it. I think I was supposed to ask that. I'm terrible. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
I put Jalen Brooks could lose his job to Flournoy. Last year he was a starter. Now he's wide receiver 6. But he's also a starting special teamer. Him and CJ Goodwin have been the starting gunners. This last preseason game, Ryan Flournoy was playing every special teams unit he was basically on. They want to get him on this team. And in order to do that, he has to show an ability to play special teams, which is why I almost put him as the guy who's helped out most by the Mingo injury. But I was like, well, he still has to do it. Just because they put him out there doesn't mean he did a good job, Yeah. So he's getting open. He definitely looks better as a wide receiver. And with his size and speed and explosiveness, he has a chance to be a offensive weapon that can do things, but he's so far down the list, he has to show he can play special teams. So Jalen Brooks could lose his job to Flournoy. I would say that's one. What about you? You got any?
Well, you hit it on the nose earlier though. We know the starters, so I'm going depth wise. I think it's Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
I think the running back room is going to be. Of course, Hunter Lipke's not number one, but he's making the roster 110%. Like that's not even a question. It's Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue,
clearly.
and I think it's Phil Maffa. I think it's Phil. We need more. Like, I don't know why they took so long to play Phil Maffa last weekend. I have no understanding of it because he's the only running back that's shown things. Why not try to get him out there more? If you don't bring him out to the fourth quarter, because Deuce isn't making the roster. Hurts my soul, but Deuce isn't making. Miles Sanders didn't look good. You didn't. Let your young guys be the guy because you want Javonte Williams to be the veteran guy who takes a bunch of the reps early on, but he's not a bell cow. He's not going to be the guy who lasts through the rest of the season. So you do that, and then you have your speed / elusive back in Blue, and then you have your power back in Maffa. That's your stable of running backs. Is it good? No, but you're hoping that somehow one of them makes a splash.
I have an article that I just sent in to the boss about cut candidates who could be like cuts that they plan to bring back, but they want to get younger guys on the roster. And I could totally see Miles Sanders being cut, signed to the practice squad, bring him up, see how he does in the first week or two, but I could definitely see him just getting outright cut, like a regular cut. That he was bad in that preseason game. Like he missed 2 or 3 runs where he had significant runs and went the wrong way. You can't do that in your 7th year now. That's just a no.
It looked
I'll ask. Sorry.
What I saw from Tom Downey hit on this, it looked like he had more predetermined runs. He's like, okay, this is the gap I'm supposed to hit. And so he went there no matter what, kind of like Trent Richardson kind of thing. It's like, okay, I'm running the A gap. Like, that's what the play is calling me to do. That's what I'm running. The C gap got open, but I'm not cutting there. I was told to run to the A gap. And so he didn't look like he had any speed other than one run, for 8 or 9 yards. And then everything else was just meh. Like, he was legit just going through the motions.
So, do you think Dallas is still a playoff team?
Is Dak still our QB?
Yes, he is.
Then you have to say yes.
Agreed.
Like, do I think we're winning the division, one of the top seeds? No. Nowhere near. But if Dak's healthy and you have CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, you're always going to have a chance. Are you going to score 30 a game and Dak has to be top 3 in passing yards to win? Probably. But, I trust Dak.
I said the same thing. The offense is really good, and your defense has Micah Parsons. So it's still going to do things, cause problems. So, yeah, I think if Dak's healthy, that they're still a playoff team.
The cornerback scared me. Of course, we've already talked about defensive tackles scare me. So that's what's going to run you out of games. Because Philly's going to run the crap out of the ball, and they're going to run RPOs and all that. That's how they're going to beat our defense. And so defensive tackles won't do anything. Corners, dear God, it's going to be DeRon Bland, Kyrie Elam, and come on, Hall.
Zion Childress, man. Watch out for Zion Childress.
Dude,
I think it's going to be Wanye. I think Wanye is going to be the starting nickel. That's what I truly believe. And Zion will get reps to give him a rest. But I think Wanye Thomas is going to that he fits what Flus likes. He's physical. He'll go up and play the run. He's not afraid to cover. And Philly doesn't have, if Devontae Smith or AJ Brown go inside, then you move DeRon Bland inside with them. Otherwise, you make, I like Mechie. The Mechie trade was excellent, but is he going to be ready to go and know the game plan well enough week 1? That I don't know.
That trade didn't make any sense to me. Then why do you have Jahan Dotson
Well, I think what happened is they tried Jahan Dotson and didn't like how he fit with what they run. And Howie is a great GM. He's not just going to go, well, we made the trade for Dotson. Let's hope it works. He's like, okay, let's do another trade like that. Whereas our guy goes, well, we got a first-round pick at one technique a couple of years ago. I mean, we already did it. That's it. It's over. And you're like, well, no, it's not working out. Howie will go put more resources into things. We'll try stuff. So I like that move for them. I think he could be a really good third wide.
I already answered this last podcast, but would you consider trading Micah Parsons at all?
No.
And
that's why the reason I removed the other two Micah questions, because I was like, it's just going to be me going no, and then no. And then you're going to ask something else. I was just going to go no. So I was like, all we have to do is that. You're a no as well, I'm assuming?
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
You have, the Cowboys love to be top heavy. That's what they are. So you have Batman and Robin and Dak and CD on your offense, and you need Superman on defense, and that's Micah. That's what you need to do to win every game, and that's how they built this roster.
100%.
Hey, you two, including George Pickens. George Pickens can be like Green Arrow or some shit. I don't know. Just making sure. But hey, y'all three, please win. Please, God, just do something. And Micah Parsons, you need to get 2 sacks this game. I don't care. You're getting triple team. You're getting chipped. Everything. Please beat your guy.
Be a superhero. They literally have to be superheroes.
And that's why you know what? We're only 32 minutes in. I can go on a quick little tangent. This is why, of course, this is gonna be us all year, and I'm so prepared for it because it's been us every year. Why is Dak forcing reads on because he has to? Because he has to. Yes. Your defense has got let up over 250 passing yards and 100 rushing yards, and guess what? You need a score. It's not like, oh man, I really hope we get points this start. No, you need it. You need it bad. And so you need Dak to, oh crap, no one's open. I gotta try to make this throw. And oh no, it's a turnover. Shit, that's what your coaching staff and your front office is begging him to do. And I think Jerry also likes it, so he just drag him through the mud. Man, you know what? He didn't have his greatest day today. It was like, well, cool. You were down 14-0 in the beginning. Yeah. So I don't know what you want from him.
Yep, I agree.
It's just that it's so unbelievably frustrating. Well, Mike's view from the sidelines. What good have you seen from this team in the preseason games when you watch the All-22?
Wide receivers are getting open. They may not be getting the ball, but they're getting open. Undrafted free agents are making a case to make the team. Holden, you could see, not that he's going to make the day roster, but they could try to stash him. Zion Childress might play minutes, like real snaps in games, and Elijah Clark might be those two might be the future of the position. So look for them to, possibly try to sneak all three of them on the roster. I would put money Zion Childress makes it, but at least one of the other two might sneak on.
Well, what bad have you seen from the All-22?
Milton, we've talked about already. Mentally, accuracy, poor. It's the game planning. I mean, you have to say, I understand why, but still, the vanilla game planning and just backing up on third downs and, 3rd and 7 and you're back 10 yards. Well, yeah, you're going to give up a lot of first downs that way. That's really the two main things. And I did want to say that the O-line has looked pretty solid too. That is a good thing. Too many injuries though. Jesus, that's more training camp than preseason, but still that's a bad anything. Jonathan Mingo makes a big play. Now it looks like he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So, that's always bad. Brendan's bashing, man. Who you got?
like it's supposed to be Joe Milton, but like we've talked about Joe Milton. Like it's what else do you expect? I've been contemplating this tangent because I feel like it's gonna be taken as I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer and like the season's already falling apart. It's not falling apart but we already know what's gonna happen. I see the future in all of that. So I know what's gonna happen because it's the same script every year. Schottenheimer's gonna be gone in 2 years because they're not gonna fire him next year. They're not going to, because they'll say that they're wrong. They can't talk up this guy. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, he's like. Do you see all these interviews we've had? Pete Carroll really loved him. Y'all all love Pete Carroll. So how could we be wrong? And also, he's gone for 2 years. This all offseason has been one of the best off seasons I've seen, honestly, probably in my lifetime, which is really, really depressing. It's not made for this year. It's not made for this year at all. Running backs, you sign all 1-year contracts. Well, him and Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Jack Sanborn signed a 2-year deal or was it a 1-year deal? I'm pretty sure 1-year deal.
Might have been one.
And so does Murray has a 1-year deal. So that's not doing anything. Azuraku, phenomenal pick. Booker, phenomenal pick. Ravel, hopefully, like this, coming in from injury, could be a phenomenal pick. Like it's all built for next year to try to be better. So that's why I'm not saying. Because Schottenheimer's not getting fired this year, unless the offense is legit just like the worst thing we've ever seen. I'm talking about somehow worse in 2020, even with Dak. Then you go, okay, cool. Yeah, you're gone. But that has to be like some monumental, holy crap, this is awful for that time. So he's going to be there. So it's just that we know what's going to happen. That's Brendan's bashing for this preseason. Because, like, I can't talk crap on Joe Milton. He's a second-year player he's Uncle Rico. That's what he is.
He could throw the ball over those mountains. Yeah. That's the only difference.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. I remember seeing this one guy on Twitter. It's like, oh, Joe Milton had a bad game, blah, blah, blah. But he's so talented because his throw cross-body up to the sideline and all that. Okay, cool. Tell me you didn't watch the effing game. Like,
real.
Joe Milton, that throw to Mingo was a phenomenal catch. What a throw. But then he'll overthrow a crosser route. Or he almost overthrew a check down. How the hell do you do that? When there's no pass rush in your face, how do you almost outthrow a check down?
Bad mechanics.
But it's just that there's no competition. And so I always want, honestly, to have 3 QBs on the roster. You have your starter. You have the guys like, hopefully you can give me 2 or 3 wins. And then you have the fun guy that you're trying to develop. That's how I would do it. Dallas has not done that. Will the Thrill Greer is gone because he can't hit the side of a barn. Also, the offensive line decided to crap itself whenever he was out there. But like, there's no competition. You're praying to God. It's Dak. Everyone's like, oh, he's overpaid. He's overpaid. No team could go worse with a quarterback going down than us. Honestly, name.
The sad thing is that it is built for next year. If your team goes and re-signs the star pass rusher, the left guard, the corner, Deron Bland, and keeps Pickens. Then you could go into the draft going, okay, well, we have linebacker, we have this, we have corner depth, we have that. Okay, we could look for, do we need a running back? Do we need a defensive tackle? Like you'll have a safety. You'll be able to like fill in areas. But we know George Pickens gone. We know 50-50 at best with Deron Bland. Micah is probably signed, but then Tyler Smith, they wait all the way through training camp. He probably has to be a holdout. Like, we know what's coming on here. We know.
No, I'm calling it now. I can honestly, this just came to mind. Because I think Kyrie Elam's going to be at least solid this year. I'm not thinking he's going to be a Pro Bowl, like, oh my gosh, this is like a guy who should have been in the first round, like, he got picked. But he's going to be solid. So you know what he's going to be? A cheap extension. And so, oh no, Bland, you want $25 million? Oh no, you're not getting that. Elam, you want 8? Cool. See, we got our guy. And that's what I want.
It's wild. Well, we're gonna save top 5 for Paul when we get Paul back. We like to do the triple top 5, so we're gonna end with this is one word. The Cowboys' depth is blank. Brendan, give it to me.
And all total, of course, we go to certain positions is completely different. But I said in total, meh. Like, meh. Your offensive line solid, defensive tackles awful, edges great, linebackers great, cornerbacks like it's just solid meh.
We have the same reasoning, but my word hyphenated, but you'll like it. Hit and miss.
Yeah. Now,
depth at DN. Oh damn, we got depth galore. Wow, this is unbelievable. Safety is now looking like some pretty decent depth. Wide receiver, if Mingo is healthy, not bad depth. O-line, not bad depth. Maybe even tight end. Then you go to the other positions, corner, defensive tackle. I mean, a linebacker, maybe when Overshawn comes back, but like, you're kind of like 3, maybe 4 in, and then behind that, you're like, I don't really want to play these guys. So, yeah, I would say hit and miss.
No, see, that's what we call someone who put more effort into that answer. Yeah. Just like doing that.
I was trying to think of a way to say, like, well, depth's great in some areas and then awful in others. So then I was like hit and miss, because it is kind of one word because it's
the safeties burned me last year. I remember, was it just me and you, or was it me and Paul? I forgot. It was just weird because we were talking like, dude, the safeties could be arguably like one of our like quietly best positions this year, and then we
Zimmer didn't like the undrafted guys. He didn't like Bell or Thomas.
Dono doesn't look great. Malik Hooker, like he's solid. Like I'm never gonna get pissed off at Malik Hooker.
Hooker's solid. Dono is real. He's hit and miss.
Yeah, Bell has not had a good preseason. I've been really underwhelmed with Marquise Bell, and that's sad. I love Marquise Bell, but he's looked non-existent.
They look to be setting him up to be a role of like, you're going to cover good tight ends. That's what they've been having him kind of do. It's hard to do that in vanilla defenses, but basically, hey, you're going to be a dime weapon. We're going to put you in to guard like Jaron Kearse did a while ago.
Yeah. Honestly, though, so like, just like one last thing that I want to talk. The last thing I want to talk about is the linebackers, because that is what's like really, really surprised me this preseason. So of course, your starting 3 right now with Overshown hurt is Sanborn, Murray, Leafau. First off, Maurice Leafau, dear God, dude, that guy's awesome. Yeah. He's legit playing with his hair on fire. I've liked Shamar James. Honestly, I've really liked what I've seen, because I expected nothing, and he's somehow always around the ball. Harris is, some of the guys, I don't even remember the names.
Buddy Johnson has not been good. He's a special teams guy.
I haven't seen Buddy Johnson. I saw him kind of week 1, but I have not seen him at all.
And undrafted free agent Justin Barron. I don't know if he's played much or not. To be honest, I don't remember much from him. If they get Overshown, though, and you've got Overshown, Sanborn, Murray, and Marist as your like rotation of 4, and Shamar James can like kind of learn and develop behind him for the future, not bad.
I bet Shamar James, as soon as Overshown comes back, man, he really has that annoying foot injury, and he just goes to IR for the rest of the year.
It's possible. It's possible. They need at least 5 linebackers.
I'm more excited to do our projections episode this year, because like we talk about edge, there's so many guys that should make the roster. Linebacker, I've liked what I've seen. Corner, you just need guys. We signed a UFL guy today, which I've never heard of in my life. And I go,
he's just going to play in the preseason.
I know. I'm saying, but we keep bringing guys and they keep getting hurt. Safety, who knows what's going on there. Running back, like that's an interesting one, because what if Javonte Williams just gets cut? They're like, you know what? Actually, you haven't been good, and he just goes.
I would be shocked.
I'm ready for Jaden Blue to pull a Kevontae Turpin and have like 2 or 3 very big splash plays in the final preseason game. And you go, okay, you're done. Go. You're gone. And all that. But no, I'm really pumped for that episode just because that's my favorite episode every year. I love projecting the lineups.
Is that next? That's next week,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, cuts will be next week. This is the last weekend for
Hold on.
preseason.
I'm getting my phone to check the dates real quick.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because we are.
Oh, yeah, the 25th. Yeah, because I think the 31st or the 1st is when the roster cuts come in. So if we do it on the 25th, we'll be doing it before the cuts start.
Well, yeah, because the week 1 Cowboys at Philly is 2 weeks from Thursday.
That's wild.
I just need football back. Like I said, do I expect this to do great? No. I just want us to be entertaining. Like I don't want to have to like turn the game off at halftime just because I'm pissed. I want entertainment. Are we gonna lose? Yeah. But let me have some fun. Let me see Dak throw 35 times. Let me see him go for like 500 yards. And let me have fun.
How about what if we could? You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. We're doing good. 45 minutes. Let's outro this thing, and we can get going.
All right, Mike. Where can they find you?
At CD Piglet, guys. Nice and easy.
You can find me at Brendan_Smith. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget to follow Paul_Ryan15, even though he didn't want to work with me.
If he never shows up though,
hopefully he'll be back next week.
Just so I can bully him. He came on just to send us this. Where I was having technical difficulties on my PC.
Yeah, he
That's
wanted
our host.
the show when Brennan couldn't hear me. His headset didn't work, and it was running about 10 seconds behind. That would have been bad.
Even when Paul's not here, he bullies us.
Yes, what a jerk.
No, Paul's awesome. Seriously, if y'all are not following him, I don't know what you're doing. Paul's great. All right,
53-man projection next week, guys. Peace. Good show, my friend.
Yeah.